Hey home learners, hope you're all doing well. Here we are in a brand new week, continuing with our English learning in our unit for Moana. We're going to carry on this week with our verbs, so let's begin. So here's the lovely Moana, and she is asking you if you can identify verbs, which was the same learning intention from last week. And this time she's also asking you whether you can change a verb from present to past tense. Okay, so we're going to look at that a bit more as we go on in this session today. So before you begin, I'd like you to try and watch this video or any other song of your choice from the film Moana. And as you do, if you're particularly watching this link, you'll notice that it is a lovely little girl who is singing one of the songs from the film. And what I'd like you to do, whether you're watching this link or any other link of your choice, I'd like you to make a note of some of the verbs that you notice in the video. For example, you could say that the girl's sitting, or the girl is singing, or her hair is blowing. Okay, so think of some of the verbs like that, and as you do, make a little note of verbs that you notice, and once you've done that, we will move on from there. Okay, so try and do that and come back and we will move on from there. Now here we are. We're just going to remind ourselves what verbs do, what significance they have in a sentence. So they are words that we hammer in a sentence when we hear them, and a verb is a having, being or doing word. Okay, so for example, if I say I walk to the shop, the word walk is the verb in that sentence. If I say I have dark hair, the verb in that sentence would be have, because it is a having word. If I say I am so happy to see you, the verb would be am, because it's showing you that I am happy. I'm telling you how my sense of being is, what I'm feeling inside. So a couple of examples there to show you what a having verb is, what a being verb is, and what a doing verb is. Okay, so as you go along, you'll start to notice more of these verbs in your sentences, but it's always worth having this definition for a verb in your mind as you learn more about them. Okay, so let's crack on. Now, in order to understand the present tense and the past tense, I've got a little idea here on the slide. So you've got your verbs which you hammer in your sentence. Okay, so if you're thinking about something that's happening right now, it is known as the present tense. Okay, so for example, we could say we are learning English. So that is our present tense verb. Okay, we are learning English. So our learning is telling us that it is actually happening right now. Okay, or we could say in Moana's context, if we want to put it in, pardon me, in the present tense, we could say Moana runs fast. So the verb is runs. She's doing it in the present tense and it's happening right now. Okay? If it was the past tense, it's something that's happened before now. So it could be something like, yesterday I ate fish for lunch. So the verb would be ate. Okay, so you've told me that in the past tense. The present tense for ate would be I eat fish for lunch. Okay, so that is something that's happened in the past. So you want to point to the back of your face and go, that is the past tense, because it's happened before now. It's happened something earlier than now, so it could be something that's happened in the morning, or if you did something yesterday or the day before or last week, all that is going to be in the past tense when you talk about it. Now, I know that I've put some little markers of our visual timetable here, but what I'd like you to do is think about the things that you have done today. Say, depending on what time you're doing this, say you've done something this morning, or if you're doing it this morning, if you've done something yesterday, think about the things that you might have done. What did you do first thing in the morning? You might not have done the register at home, but you might have had breakfast. Then you might, if you're doing this a bit later on in the afternoon, you might have had some lunch. You might have done some maths learning, or you might have had some playtime with your siblings or your friends, if they were able to come and see you at a distance. Or you might have done some English learning. So what I'd like you to do is think about some of the verbs that you might come across. Can you put them into your sentences? Can you say your sentences out loud to maybe a learning partner at home? Can you put them in the present tense? Can you put them into the past tense? So remember, the present tense is something that's happening now, and the past tense is when it's happened already, that it's happened before. Okay, so think about your day, either today or a bit of yesterday maybe, or whatever you've done last week. You could tell me putting it into a sentence, thinking about the present tense and the past tense, and then just keep saying those sentences out loud, and then that'll help you practice for our work today. Once you've done that, I'd like you to have a little brain break. Okay, now you could go onto this link and follow the actions on there and have a little bit of an unwinding activity. If you cannot access the link, please go and have a little brain break in your own house. It might be that you want to run around in the garden. If it's pouring wet, you might want to just grab a quick drink, have a little toilet break, or you might want to do some star jumps, or you might want to sing a song. It could be anything that you like, but have a couple of minutes off and then come back for your learning today. Okay, so we'll see you in a moment. Excellent, you're back. So here we are. You should have had one of these sheets on the website for you to download and print off. What I'd like you to do is, from your sheets that you had with your verb bank from last week, is pick a verb, because they're all in the present tense. I'd like you to jot them down in this column here. Okay, so remember, it's something that's happening now. So for example, I would have had runs, so I'm going to write the word runs here. Okay, so I'm going to have runs. Now talk about what the past tense might be for that one. Okay, I'm not going to help you. You can talk about it with your learning partner at home, and when you have worked out what the past tense is, I'd like you to write it in this column on this right hand side here. Okay, that is what you are doing today, and when you have done that, I would like you to choose at least 5 to 6 verbs in the present tense from your little sheet to go on this side, so you can find what the past tense is on this side. Okay, when you have done that, we would love to hear from you and see how you got on. Okay, so I hope you have a wonderful time doing your learning today, and we hope to see you all very soon in the near future. So until the next one, take care then. Bye bye.